Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Rising SUPERSTREAM. How you guys doing tonight? What am I doing on Mixer? I'm not on Mixer. I don't stream on Mixer. Yeah, Mixer got added to the dashboard at some point. I don't remember exactly when. Apparently it's really good, but I'm not using it. I guess I'm a Twitch boy now. How's things going? Tonight, this evening, we're going to attempt to continue Panzer Dragoon Orta again. Oh shit, it is already booted up. Hang on, no, that's not happening. That's not happening. I'm sorry. I'm gonna explicitly waste your time here because I need to see that original Xbox startup screen, or else I just can't deal. Today we're going to attempt to play Panzer Dragoon Orta again. For anyone who missed out, and it's likely you missed out, this footage has already been scrubbed from the internet. We tried resuming Panzer Dragoon Orta the other day, and we finished one level. Took me a billion tries because I was playing real bad, and then the power flickered and the Xbox turned off, and it didn't save my progress. So I said, you know what? We're just gonna come back to this one. We're just gonna put a pin in Panzer Dragoon Orta, and here we are. We're back. Can you buy Phantom Dust on Windows 10? Yes, and it's free. It's a free video game. So we're back with Panzer Dragoon Orta, a game whose aesthetic continues to enthrall me. So this was, yeah, just like what happened to Scalebound, right? So this mission I struggled in real hard, partially because it's hard, partially because I forgot a crucial game mechanic. But this time, hopefully we'll get it real good. If I can just remember how to play, we'll be, like, totally fine. Nice. Great. Sneaky missile attack at the start of the second round. Hey, so did you guys see that Matt got Hitomi Tanaka's friend code? Because that's nuts. Matt is, like, actually living his dreams, which is wild. It's nice to dream big, right? Shoot for the moon and you'll land among the stars, I think they say. He called me today, specifically to tell me that he had played Mario Kart 8 with her. And he recorded all the footage of it. No, he was calling for other reasons too. But that was the primary thing. It was, Liam, guess what? I did it. I finally did it. It was nice. It was good for him. My longest yeah boy ever. Dreams absolutely do come true. Yeah, I'm also keen to watch it, because there was no voice chat, right? So, oh shit. So it's just Matt talking at a screen, I imagine, which is fine. I've seen worse. I've seen Matt do more embarrassing things. Yeah. Okay, I'm not doing great on life. I started the level with very low life, actually. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, I just ate so many hits. So if you don't remember how this plays, you basically have 3 dragons you can cycle between, and it's a rail shooter. So your only real control in the air over where you go, oops, is the direction you face, and like a little bit of influence on your position on the screen. But it's pretty limited, your movement capabilities. And then for the dragons, you got a balanced one. You've got like an offense-focused one, this dude, who fires these really slow charge shots that are quite powerful. And then you've got the third dragon, who I will use in a second, because I don't need him right now. This guy, who doesn't have a charge shot, but he has rapid shots. Also, this guy's got access to a bunch of boost meters, whereas the strong dragon has absolutely none, and the balanced dragon still has 2 of 3 boost meters. I'm so bummed that we lost our progress from the power flickering out. That was the worst. We were just getting to a really cool level, too. We had only just beaten this level, so it's not like it was much further. The boss of this level was still a pretty good challenge, though, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, the saying is shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll be in the cold, uncaring vacuum of space for all eternity. Well, that's pretty good, too. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll land inside the sun. Yeah, alright. That sounds about right. I'm actually really low on life here, so I'm a little... No, I'm fronting. I'm real nervous. Wow, how did I not get hit there? This was the bit that we struggled with too last time. Or I struggled with last time. So, hopefully we can overcome and not have to play this 8 times like before. But if you die at any point right here, you actually go back to the beginning of the mission. Back up in the sky. We have to make it to the boss to get the checkpoint. So it's these mirror guys that are a pain. These boxes right there. Right now, this one's not really going to do much of anything. Oh, except for hit me, apparently. But soon, we'll encounter a bunch of them. And that bushel of them that's coming up is what was stopping me last time. But now we know the strats. Which is just fucking hit the boost button. It's not really much of a strat. It's just basic gameplay. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna make it. So you use the boost to get through, and then you're through. That's basically the strategy. But we still have a little distance to cover, and we can maybe only take 1 or 2 hits, so... Yeah, good game. Good run. Good run. One thing I'm, like, super not sure about right now, though, is I'm starting this mission with very little life. Last time we played, I remember having more life at the beginning of the mission. Yeah, I remember having this amount of life. Okay. This is now consistent with my experience in the past. Yeah, I'm not too shocked that I died considering I started with less life. Yeah, I would also be super down to stream Mercenaries in Resident Evil 5, 6. 6 I would need to really get some more practice in, though, which would be the streaming process. Because, boy, 6's Mercenaries is demanding. Especially if you're playing on No Mercy difficulty. No Mercy's ridiculous. The quantity of enemies is just... I mean, it's remarkable, but... it's tough to overcome. Do these games get a resolution boost on base Xbox One? Yeah, so actually we are playing this on the base Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox One S or Xbox One X. And this is running at 900 something p. Because of the original resolution, it doesn't quite scale up perfectly to 1080. Likewise on Xbox One X, I don't believe it goes to a perfect 4K. But it is much improved over what it was regardless. Yeah, I'm starting to get pretty excited for E3. I put some of the conferences on the schedule already, but I didn't get to mention any of my excitement on the schedule. I hope Nintendo's show's good. I mean, it will be, but I want to see stuff other than Smash, to be honest. Like, I'll be really honest, just because I'm not big into Smash 4, and I'm kind of expecting this one to be a bit more, how do I say, built off the back of Smash 4. I'm not, like, frothing to see Smash news. I'm ready to be impressed. But if it ends up just being, like, Smash 4 2, then I'm not sure that I'm not so sure. I accidentally used my super there, that is correct. I aimed it at nothing, and I fired, and I hit nothing. That is totally dead on. I'm not a huge Metroid Prime fan, but I'd love to see Metroid Prime 4 just to see what it looks like as well. And whatever the fuck Retro's working on. Microsoft's show I'm really excited for, though. I thought it was going to be last year that they were going to have new shit to show off, because they obviously... I mean, we know they've been investing in original titles, but I guess last year was a little too early, so hopefully this year we'll start to see some stuff. Yeah, I hope we get a release date for The World Ends With You on Switch as well. I think we will, but I think that'll be during Square Enix's press conference. I mean, who knows? It could be during both. It'd be weird if it wasn't at Square Enix's at all, though, I guess. Like, I expect Square Enix to mention every title in their lineup, whereas Nintendo isn't going to mention every Switch title coming out, obviously. Oh my god, the orange projectiles I really don't like. The ones that are just these orange bursts of light. They're really hard to see. I'm really struggling with that. Square's E3 conference is just going to be The World Ends With You and Cage 3. No, they got a lot more than that. Like, remember, it does include all their Western studios, so we may see the Avengers project this year. We'll get to see the new Tomb Raider, of course. These orange projectiles, I hate them. Maybe we'll get to see what studio Extolia has been working on, which is a new studio that Square Enix started. Might get to see Tokyo RPG Factory's new game if they have a new one to show off. Any games they're working on with partners, like, say, if Platinum is remaking Nier. They have a lot of stuff to show off, for sure. Like, they don't do E3 press conferences when they don't. Also Dragon Quest XI, which we already know everything about, but yeah. Like, there's some known quantities that they're going to talk about. Dragon Quest Builders 2, Dragon Quest XI, maybe Romancing Saga 3 they'll mention, since that's going to come out in English. Maybe they'll mention Saga Scarlet Grace, even though it's a little premature. Yeah, they got lots. Octopath Traveler, yeah, totally. Yeah, I wish I was hyped for Dragon Quest Builders 2. Oh shit, they came up beside me and they fucking wrecked my ass. Oh my god. I forgot about that batch that just comes up beside you. Totally forgot. Be cool if they showed off a trailer for the new FF15 DLC too. because I'm excited with that. Scarlet Grace is coming out in the West, is it not? So Kawazu, the guy who's the like director and I guess Saga's kind of his brainchild. Yeah, he said on Twitter Scarlet Grace is going to come out in English, but it's gonna be a little while. There's no date. We're gonna do it, but it's gonna be a little while. So like definitely official confirmation, but it might still be a little early for them to talk about it, depending. I hope Nintendo announces 3DS games on the Switch add-on like Super Game Boy. I really don't think that's going to happen. I think 3DS games are kind of fucked in that regard. And, well, actually, I'll go a step further and, like, elaborate on what I mean by I don't think that's going to happen. There is no way they're going to do a Super Game Boy style add-on for the Switch to let you use your 3DS carts. If there were any form of 3DS backwards compatibility, it would be digital only. There's no way there would be a physical device for that. Just no way, no how. I refuse. So in case you guys didn't see the last time we tried to stream this game, this is actually only the first phase of this boss. There's an entire second phase, and it is way harder. we're almost certainly going to die during the second phase because it's got so much more going on. But we'll do our best. With this much life, I just don't think it's happening. Hate to be a buzzkill, but that's just the reality speaking. Nice, great, good dodge. Nice, perfect dodge. That's fine. The second boss wasn't going to happen. You have to keep the same health bar and the checkpoints at the beginning of the first boss, so it is a-okay that death happened. Although, would you look at that, we got very little life. So you gotta destroy these things on the ground in order to restore the weak point to the chest. Yeah, it's true. I gotta remember to save when I get to the next level. Thoughts on the Walmart leaks? Yeah, Walmart Canada, for anyone who didn't catch that, uploaded a bunch of SKUs publicly for unannounced titles that would probably be seen at E3, like Borderlands 3 and Gears of War 5. You know, none of them were really... Like, they all seemed like no-brainers to me. None of them were really shockers. And after the fact, they said that it was a list of leaks based on stuff that they considered to be reliable guesses, or... That's not their exact verbiage, but it was something like... This isn't like an official list, this is just what we suspect. The list wasn't supposed to go public anyhow. So I don't know. The only one in the whole list that seemed a little like odd, like wow, that's a neat guess, was Rage 2, which is like, really? We're gonna do Rage 2? Maybe we are. And the Bethesda people have been popping that up a little bit since that quote-unquote leaked, so hey. But all the other ones don't seem like big surprises. They all seem like pretty evident, so. I don't believe Splinter Cell. Ubisoft doesn't care about that series along with Prince of Persia and Rayman. Okay, I want to talk about Prince of Persia for a second. And I've been talking to Matt about this too. You know Ubisoft doesn't own Prince of Persia, right? Like, they don't care about Prince of Persia anymore because they don't own it. They never owned it. It's always been Jordan Mechner and Eurocom, is it? Who has owned it? Ubisoft has never owned Prince of Persia. So, and if you look at their lineup back then, like 2008, they weren't in the position where they were putting out like consistent multi-million sellers every year like they are now. So there's no real reason for them to go back to Prince, considering they don't own it at all. I don't think it's Eurocom, but Jordan Mechner and, God, what's the company's name? I can't remember. But like you can look these, I actually looked it up the other day just for sanity's sake. You can just go on the US trademark database website and you can literally just look up who owns Prince of Persia, and it's like, oh, Ubisoft doesn't have their name on a single one of these. There's a trademark for, of course, every single Prince of Persia game. None of them have Ubisoft's name on it. Even the Ubisoft ones. Man, this is going rough. But I don't know, the Splinter Cell thing, don't we know that Ubisoft Toronto, headed by Jade Raymond, is making a Splinter Cell game? Like, isn't that just known? In regards to, like, queuing up on Splinter Cell? Like, I know it's been a while, but isn't it actually, like, actively known that Ubisoft Toronto is making Splinter Cell? As for Rayman, like, Rayman's super not dead. Rayman Legends came out, what, like, 4 years ago? Like, whatever. We'll get another Rayman. The future is a long time. Oh yeah, Broderbund. I think that's the name of the company that owns Prince of Persia. Yeah. So this is where the fight's tough, and I don't know if we're gonna get it. We really don't have much life. I need to be doing the first boss phase a lot smoother. Also, not eating all these early hits would help. But yeah, I don't know. I find myself kind of cynical in regards to people saying X series is dead when, like, the parent company still exists for the most part. Because it's like, everyone said Mega Man was dead. Mega Man's not dead. Like, the future is a long time. You know, unless you're gonna die in like 5 years, I wouldn't count out most series. I think there's some stuff that you could pretty much say is totally dead. Fuck, man, I'm just eating it here. Like, you know what's probably pretty dead? Freedom Wars is probably pretty dead. Because the guy who was in charge of it left Sony, and Sony won't talk about it. And, like, the companies stopped working on it. And that's how Japanese games work. It didn't get popular, so it's never coming back. But I don't know. I think for most things, there's a chance. Obviously, there's exceptions. Like, if you name something like Piano 3, like, sure. Piano 3's not coming back, but... Yeah, Yonoid is dead. Yonoid is surely dead. The Mother series is dead? I don't know. We may never get a new one, that's fair. But, like, you know. I also don't subscribe to the notion that, like, all series need to continue. I see a lot of people asking for more Prince, and it's just like, I don't know. Prince of Persia got a lot of entries. Make new shit. Yeah, like fucking Fear Effect sequels, yeah. You're right. Fear Effect's back. Oh yeah, Mega Man Legends 3 is pretty dead. Or at least the game as we knew it, you know. Yeah, I definitely don't mean like canceled stuff. I just mean like franchises in general. Generally. But I don't know. I don't really feel the frothing need for a new Prince game, personally. It's challenging too, because there's stuff I like. Like, I love Breath of Fire. I love Streets of Rage. But, like, I'm not gonna get all righteous about it on the internet, screaming that their parent companies are shitty because they won't make new ones. It's like, so stuff comes to an end. That's fine. Like, the video game industry doesn't have enough bandwidth to make sequels to everything, and I wouldn't want that, to be honest. Yeah, no plans to check out Chronicle RuneScape Legend for Nth. I looked at it a little bit last year when you suggested it. I wasn't really feeling it. Yo, if you haven't played it, you should try Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands, the last one, but the PSP version. That version's really neat and unique. It's a 2D side-scrolling Prince game. But it doesn't feel like the classic 2D side-scrollers. Like, it's got its own take on 2D side-scrolling Prince of Persia. It's a real nifty game. I actually finished it. It's only like 12 missions long, so... And it goes on sale often on PSN. Oof, damn. That was really nasty. I timed that badly. Oh, that move is really hard to dodge. I really should have saved my super for it to just power through. This may not be the run either. This is really hard to dodge too, to be honest. I'm not sure how you do it. Like, I just go for the bottom corner of the screen and pray is kind of my strat. Oh, this move too. Just having this much life is really tough, honestly. Like, they give you just enough, but you really gotta play perfectly. Oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe I can speed it up by a cycle by damage boosting through this, or not damage boosting, but using my iframes to go through that attack. Yeah, we just did 50% on the opening barrage. which is not really as much as we normally do. You know what? Yeah, that like maybe we were able to skip a cycle there. Possibly? Yeah, still 2 cycles. Oh shit, I forgot it can hit me from the side. Well, I need boost meter so I can move. If you don't have meter, you can't actually get out of the way. Ah, shouldn't have taken that hit. Yeah, I hope they show gameplay for Death Stranding this year. I wouldn't be too shocked. Mark Cerny and other people have talked about playing it and or watching others play it. So, oh my god. Ugh, that was a nasty hit I shouldn't have eaten right at the end of the fight. Considering it's, like, done. Like, I know it's a funny meme that game's never coming out, but, like... I'm sure we'll see it soon enough. You know, let's use an early super, and hopefully... Oh, fuck. Did I use it right into this move? Am I going to eat these hits? Ooh. I'm going to use an early super, and hopefully I'll be able to charge up my next super by the time they do their rush attack. If not, I will suffer the consequences of my hubris. Doing a little better on life this time, so hopefully I'll be able to clutch it out. Oh my god, where are they? Oh, does Glide Berserk regen health? Really? Shit, damn. I don't know how to dodge that move. Oh, evidently this one's not Glide. Evidently Glide is the third dragon. I've made a horrible mistake. Don't know how to dodge that move. Yeah, I don't know. This move's tough to dodge, too. Like... Oh yeah, regen a bit of life. It's true. Not a huge amount, but a couple hits maybe, if I'm lucky. It's good to know, actually, though. Oh yeah, no worries. It was totally fair to assume I knew which dragon was which. Don't worry about it. I appreciate the advice at all. Don't know how to dodge that. Hopefully I get this meter fill, I can get a bit more HP. Nice. That HP boost might have made all the difference. In fact, it did make all the difference because I would have died by now. Shouldn't jinx it though. This attack, I don't know how to dodge. I feel like I say that a lot in this game. Man, that was so close. Can I just retry at boss there? Shouldn't risk it. Tried to cut it close there. Yeah, that's a bad run. This is a terrible run. Yeah, I heard this game has some sort of issues when you try to run it on a 360. I'm not really familiar with the extent of them, but I hear the unlockable original Panzer Dragoon just doesn't work. Oh, it crashed after the third boss on 360? Wow. That's pretty awful. You could barely even call that backwards compatible, really. Like, it is, I guess. So I guess I should just use Berserk here for meter. Or for life meter is what I mean by that. Let me turn on my fan real quick. It's starting to be summer in Montreal, so it's like actually getting warm in here. And since I have the window covered so aggressively for both noise and light, this room doesn't breathe, and I just die. Okay, this is the run for sure. Totally didn't just jinx that. Yeah, I'm also really excited for the Shenmue remasters. Me and Matt, once upon a time, had talked about doing a Let's Play of Shenmue and Shenmue 2. This is before Shenmue 3 existed. We thought that sounded really fun. I think it's still on the table, to be honest. Don't know how to dodge that. There must be a trick. I need to, like, watch videos of a perfect run. I accidentally used the wrong move. It's definitely the worst thing about that, is accidentally dropping right in front of their attack. Ah, 2 hits and they're still doing it? Fuck. Fuck, seriously? Stop. Just stop. Fuck that attack. And there's this attack. Ugh. I find the hitbox is a little nebulous on that. Like, I thought I had dodged the one I got hit by. That one too, I thought I had dodged it. Yeah, we're gonna get back to Breakdown as soon as Panzer Dragoon's over. I don't mean tonight, but once we're done all of Panzer Dragoon, we're gonna hop right back on Breakdown. And then we get back to Blinks. Yeah, Blinks is the one that's not coming with us. Blinks was super not bad, though. I was very impressed by Blinks. I actually do want to keep playing it. But, like, I'm also wondering about Blinks 2, which I've heard is just not as good a game. Oh, lucky. I got my Frenzy to activate right as that move was popping. Probably saved a good amount of life on top of the life gained. Hopefully that's enough. Yo, I'd be so down if they announced Knack 3. I don't think they will, though. Like, Knack 2 sold well, but I genuinely believe that's just because it was a launch title, and it had that benefit of being a launch title for one of the biggest console launches of all time. Especially since there was such an aggressive thirst for games back when PS4 came out, because there wasn't a ton of exclusive shit. But Knack 2 did not sell well. Not at all. And ever since Alan Becker's been in charge of Sony Japan, I feel like he's really wanted to make them a bit more of a force to be reckoned with, I guess. And I don't know if Knack 3 is the answer for that, you know. I feel like they just need to try something else now. Did I say Knack 2 sold well? I meant to say it did not sell well. Did I actually say that? Someone in the chat is saying I said that. Did I actually say that? That was a mistake. Knack 2 did not sell well. I am very excited to see what the Gravity Rush team, Team Siren, is working on. I don't know if we'll see that this year or next year or what, but... You know, yeah. Oops, I accidentally finished the mission. Okay, Xbox, do not kill yourself. I'm gonna like forcibly save the game after this cutscene, just so we don't risk it. Yeah, I also remember Toyama saying he was interested in VR Pariah. I'm really hoping that pans out. Toyama is the guy who's in charge of Gravity Rush and Siren, and I believe he was one of the original minds on Silent Hill as well. I would love to see that Studio Japan's working on a big VR thing with Toyama at the head. That would be fucking tight. Gravity Rush in first person was... I played it on my PlayStation VR headset briefly in cinema mode, which is not even close to what an actual VR game would be. It was cool. Do you think Sony Japan is capable of making Bloodborne 2 separate from FromSoft? I think they're capable. I don't think they will, though. I think people would see through that pretty quickly, and I think it might go over fine for sales, but I don't know. It would be really hard to pull that off in a way that everyone would be happy with by the end. It's such a nice scene, though. What do I think Microsoft has in store? Do I think they'll finally have exclusives? I mean, they will. Whether it's this year or next year, I don't know. They're going to have some stuff this year. I do imagine they're going to announce Gears of War 5, because the Coalition's been off since Gears of War 4, which was 2 years ago. I don't think we're supposed to expect Halo this year. They're going to have their yearly Forza, because they got Forza. They've already announced, like, Ori, of course. I don't know if this is the year to see their new shit. Maybe it'll be next year, maybe it'll be this year, but they are trying to right the ship. We do know that, and we do know that they're putting money into exclusive games, so it's coming. Whether it's this year or next year, I don't know. I thought it was last year. I thought it was going to be last year, so I'm putting my money on this year, but I don't know. I'm going to forcibly save the game now, because I don't want to do that mission again. Yes. Cool. Now we're safe. We are totally saved. They released the Xbox One 5 years ago. They're probably going to jump ship to their new console. Nah, no way. Not after releasing the Xbox One X last year. That would be way too bad PR for their core fans. There's no way they're going to move on to their next console right now. I see a lot of people saying next console's 2019. I don't fucking... No, not at all. I don't agree at all. Last generation was the longest generation for good reason, and I don't see this generation being any shorter, honestly. A lot of game studios have only been able to release like 1, maybe 2 games this generation. You know? If next gen were 2019, like, we'd just be hitting the reset switch way too fast, you know? It doesn't make sense from a developer perspective. Like, it's super developer unfriendly. Also, like, there really isn't a need to move on to new hardware right now. You know, I know a lot of people make fun of like, oh, it can't hit 60, you know, like just get a PC or whatever, but like there's no need to move on to a new generation right now. Like the hardware is just not there to make an affordable console that runs the kind of games we want to make significantly better, you know what I mean? Like, consider if they put out an Xbox 2 in 2019, how much better really would it be than an Xbox One X, you know? I don't think much. I don't think much better. So in this mission, by the way, you don't have... Oh my god, where? What is hitting me? Jesus, I lost so much life. Yo, 4K is great, Pariah. I really like my 4K TV. Playing 4K games, even upscaled ones, it's nice to just say farewell to jaggies. Yeah, I don't think Sony's in a hurry to move on to PS5 early either. Doesn't make sense. They have such good momentum. They would just kill their momentum by moving on to a new console. Yeah, 4K adoption's coming in a lot faster than 1080p adoption, though, which is nice. Because, yeah, 1080p adoption was really, really slow. I still agree that obviously not a ton of people have 4K displays, but it coming in faster is good. But yeah, like, again, I don't see in 2019 how they could put out an Xbox that's significantly better than the Xbox One X. Marginally better, of course. Hardware always gets better every year, but, like, would it be worth it, considering they'd kind of be burning their consumers who just bought an Xbox One X? I don't know. Especially since the Xbox One X is not cheap. Like, Xbox One X is $600 in Canada. I think it's $500 in the United States. Like, if they put out an Xbox 2 in 2019, I don't see how they could make it cheaper than that. And that price is suicide to launch at. Yeah, Apple does it, but it's not really the same, right? Because, like, when you move on to the next iPhone, like, apps don't immediately start cutting off the previous versions, you know? Like, you can run Fortnite on an iPhone 6S, right? So, like, boy, do you have some time to upgrade. Yeah, iPhone X is like $1,000 in Canada. I remember looking at it once. I was like, oh, how much is this? This is a nice looking phone. Oh, no, never. Never gonna buy that. Gotta wait for like an actual consumer-friendly price on a new phone. Which is never. I'm just waiting for my contract to expire so I can get a new one at this point. I have an iPhone 6, which is getting pretty outdated. I was just under the cutoff for Fortnite, so I can't play Fortnite on my phone. Which I actually wanted to try. I downloaded it, and it was like, hey, yeah, you can't play this on this phone. Which bummed me out a little bit. But hey, what are you gonna do? Is it still possible for companies other than Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft to make a new competing console? Is that era totally over? It would take a company like Apple, or Disney, or Amazon, and they would have to put so much money in. Like, getting in now more than ever would be ridiculously expensive. Doable, sure, but ridiculous expensive. Oh boy, the aesthetic of this level. Gotta put both my headphones on for this. Yeah, Amazon put out the Fire TV device a few years ago, but they really didn't like support it as much as a console would need. But it was more of an Android box than anything else, honestly, so it was never meant to compete with Xbox or what have you. What do you think about Cygames Nintendo collaboration? Yeah, Cygames is making an original mobile game with Nintendo, which, like, that's a good-ass partnership company to go with. Those guys will put out a winner every time. Cygames is so ridiculously successful and good at what they do. But it is a little odd. It was expressed in the past that they didn't really want to make original mobile games, and they wanted to use mobile games as a way to help support their console titles and like get people looking at their main stuff. So this is a bit of a deviation from that original stated goal, but it looks good. Well, no, it doesn't look good. The art looks nice. We don't know anything about the game. I shouldn't say it looks good. Art's nice. Also kind of generic. People will probably drink it up. It's going to be a shitty mobile game. And I don't mean all mobile games are shitty. I mean it's going to be a shitty gacha game. And yes, I do mean all gacha games are shitty. Yeah, I'm gonna die super hard in a second. Oh. Do I start playing better when my life is in the red and blinking? Some games. Sometimes it happens. Hopefully it happens now because I need it. I need it real bad. Yeah! Whoa, that looks so good. Now, I doubt there's a checkpoint here, so be excited to see that a second time. Nice. Oh, there was a checkpoint here! I have so little life. You're booting Phantom Dust, anything to know before going in? Nah, just soak in the world. It's super nice. Phantom Dust is a truly beautiful and unique game. My lock-on appears to be gone. Or, alternatively, there's nothing to lock onto right now. Oh, no, hang on. I guess I gotta break all its parts. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your wisdom teeth and enemies, Standu. That sucks. I was at the dentist today, actually. And they were like, yeah, your wisdom teeth super don't need to come out. And I was very happy about this. It's just this wing? Yeah, just that wing left. I'm terrified of getting my wisdom teeth taken out, honestly. When I was younger, I had a bunch of orthodontal work done, and I really didn't like it, because of course I didn't. And ever since then, I've been very, very careful about my teeth. It's just not worth it. I mean, it helps that my stepdad's a dentist, but... Okay, I'm somewhat unclear on what I'm shooting right now. Like, am I hitting anything? His life's not ticking down. Oh, fuck me, I gotta go around him. I'm good at video games, guys. I'm so good at video games. I like when you have to, like, jockey for position with the bosses, though. I think that's really cool. Ooh, those look dangerous as fuck. What a dope attack. Okay, this side's almost down. Only 2 more left. Oh, you're gonna keep doing this attack, huh? Oh! I had just hit the button to go back. And I guess his boost hit me during my boost back. I'm surprised. Hopefully this goes a bit better. This time I won't play so obliviously. Yeah, this is already going a lot better. Am I gonna get Spider-Man? Yeah. Yeah. It looks super good. I didn't really like the aesthetic and the writing in Sunset Overdrive, but it was real fun to play, I'll tell you what. And this looks like it's much improved over that. Some of it looks shared, though. Some of the technology, for sure. Okay. Oh my god, those really like home in on you there. What the hecky? Again. Again already. Fuck, man, we got a real boss, for real. I guess just use the boost to get through, yeah. That seemed to work just fine. Okay, that side's cooked. And his head does have a life bar. Yeah. Oh my god, oh my god. What? Jesus. Hang on, how do I deal with this attack? What? What? That's tough, that last phase there. Maybe I should try focusing on the head earlier. Shit. Ate some bad hits there for no reason. Oh, you know what? It's true. I have the other forms back as well. It hadn't occurred to me that getting my flight mode back meant my other forms came back, but of course that makes sense. So can I, like, be in the front and boost ahead of him? No, I can't. Fuck, 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 fuck. How do you deal with this guy? He's really overwhelming. Yeah, definitely. If it restored your whole health bar on death, I think we'd be fine. It's that limited health bar refill that's tough. Like, that's basically where all the challenge comes from. Man, it keeps boosting away. We still have two Birth by Sleep bosses left, Big Cheese. We got down the mysterious figure and the Vanitas thing. Okay, so the issue is I need to hit the front of his body. I need to hit his head, but he's going ham. So I'm not really sure how to get in on his head. You know? Does this attack ever cool out? Or do I just have to go in and pray? Oh yeah, he's dying, he's dying. Look, he's losing life actively. So I just have to survive this attack, I think. Oh, he's all tuckered out now. What happened with the Labo? My Nintendo Labo is just on my TV. My CRT. Yo, I got an S on something there. Yeah, this guy's super cool. I love how his voice modulation is. I think I'm also going to do a manual save when we get into this mission. I'm terrified of it turning off now, just like last time. Ooh, this song. Okay, time to kill the hype with a manual save. Because nothing kills hype quite like this. Oh no, what happened last time was like the power fritzed. We had like a power surge or something, and boop boop, just lost the progress. Had to replay the mission. Have I been watching Violet Evergarden? I watched like 3 episodes of it. It's pretty nice. Haven't been keeping up with it though. One day I'll watch it. I'm rewatching Arrested Development because Season 5's coming out at the end of the month, which I'm so excited for. Oh yeah, I gotta worry about those. I just finished watching the Season 4 remix for Arrested Development, and that was good. I liked it better than the original version of Season 4. I didn't dislike the original Season 4. It's just not the same, right? And so I've been rewatching now the first season, and I'm hoping I can get through it all again by the time Season 5 comes out on the 29th. Oh shit, got a boost to get away from that. Okay. My god, it barely feels like you got away from that. Whoa, these lasers are cool. How do I dodge them well? Just keep moving, I guess. Should a first-timer watch Arrested Development Season 4 original or remix? Remix is more like true to the format of Arrested Development. If you're a big fan, I'd say watch both. Because the original is shot in a really interesting way. It's just so different from previous Arrested Development stories. Like the original, each character, like you follow each character through a few years of their life. And you go character by character. And it's a lot slower, and a lot of people found it repetitive to watch the same ending for each character, because they all kind of unite at the end. But it's really well shot, and it's really interestingly written. And I think they're successful at the experiment they were going for. But I know a lot of people were kind of turned off by it, so I couldn't recommend it if you're not like a big fan or anything like that. The remix is much more normal, for better or for worse. My god, I don't think I can use that dragon form to fight these enemies. I just don't feel like I get enough hits in. Whoa, that's so cool. Yeah, this is what Gummy Ship wishes it was. Whoa. Yeah, I did see the Tobias cameo in a certain movie. No spoils. I thought that was really neat. I didn't catch it on my initial watch, though. Honestly, the Season 4 remix of Arrested Development is super watchable after seeing the original, though, so even if you want to watch the original first, like, the remix offers some new stuff. It's mostly the same, but it has some new gags, and it's just different, the structure, so... Whoa, 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 whoa. Did this come out before or after Drakengard? It's actually a good question. This may have been before, but it could just as easily have been after. That being said, it's not inspired. Oh my god, how do I dodge? That being said, this is not, like, inspired by Drakengard. This is, like, the Panzer Dragoon series existed much before Drakengard. So, let me see, this game was 2002. So this is probably before Drakengard, actually. Oh, Jesus. Ooh. This is a pretty rad level, but I don't want to restart it. Nice. That's good. That's a good dodge right there. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see the missile that time. Oh shit, yeah, we actually killed it last time at that spot. Okay, fortunately we have a ton of life, so hopefully we'll be okay here. Yeah, Punisher was great. I liked that show. I didn't hate Iron Fist as much as everyone else did, honestly. Because I really liked the Meachums a lot. The other stuff, whatever, unfortunately. But the Meachums I was really into. I thought they were really entertaining villains. I don't know that much about Iron Fist, though, anyway. I know he was in Marvel 3. That's all I got. My god, these enemies are really hard to kill in the allotted time. Yeah, I don't really know how to get through those enemies safely. Yeah, Defenders was alright, like... But it varied, it varied really wildly. Some bits I really dug, then other bits I'd be like, yeah, forget this. I liked, actually, I thought Luke and Iron Fist's dynamic was really good. I thought they were pretty goofy together. Thoughts on the upcoming Venom movie? I wish it was actually like a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. That kind of bums me out. I've always kind of been really on board for the grand plan that has been the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And so when I see that Venom's standalone, it's like, why? I don't want this. Venom's like probably the most well-known Spider-Man villain. Probably. No, maybe after Green Goblin. I don't know. I don't know which one's the most well-known. But it kind of bums me out. Like, at least MCU can still do, like, Sinister Six, but... having Venom locked off kind of sucks. Fuck. I don't feel like I can effectively dodge these things at all. Like, my dragon's not moving. There are scenes like that where I'm just not sure how you dodge shit. Because the reticle was moving, but, like, the dragon just wasn't fucking moving there. Now the dragon's moving. Like, I find it pretty wild that, like, the contract that Sony signed with Marvel Studios, like, allowed for them to touch Spider-Man stuff even. Because I would count Venom as Spider-Man stuff. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. I know they do still have the contract for it, and it would be unfair if they weren't able to, but I'm just surprised nonetheless. Like, I feel like working with MCU, or working in the MCU is like the best thing they could possibly do for Spider-Man. I usually feel like I'm one of those guys who's like, why don't you just leave good enough alone? And I feel like you had good enough with how good the MCU Spider-Man turned out and how much people like him. Fuck off. And now it's just like, nah, we're gonna do our own shit. As long as we get more Shocker in the next Spider-Man movie, I'm fine with anything. At the end of the day, Shocker's still my big stupid favorite. Whoa, just eat that damn... Oh my god, I took so many hits there. Oh my god. 3 hits, really? Ouch. This is a grueling level, by the way. Whew. Okay, we're good. Man, route B and then B and then B. I'm always startled at how many options there were to get through the level. Well, it's like they hired a concept artist for this room or something. Looks so good. Did we just turn into data? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I played Glory of Heracles before, the DS one. It was alright. It was very alright. Certainly wasn't a bad game, but not super remarkable either. Not exactly something I'd be hotly anticipating a sequel for. Yo, the HP boost with Glide helps so much. Yeah, by Omega Bear, Phantom Dust is free, so go get Phantom Dust if you don't have it. It's just free. Oh, it's hard to see where these lasers are going, let alone dodge them. Like, I'm really trying to dodge them. Whoa, it's such a pretty level. It's like better looking than Rez. Which I guess makes sense as this came out like 3 years later. But this really reminds me of Rez levels, actually. Oh, that's so cool how he's diving like in and out of his data form. How do I dodge you? The music's so haunting right here, too. Ah, God. I really don't know how you're supposed to know where this laser's going. I guess I can go to where it was last, and it probably won't go back to where it was last at the very least. That's probably reliable enough. Damn it. Analyzation's a great word. Yeah, I'd be super down for a new Kid Icarus. Especially in the style of Uprising. That game was wicked. I mean, fuck, just like an HD release of Uprising would be amazing. It's a good enough game. Doesn't need any improvements. Wow, those enemies are real? Jesus. Truxton says, time for lore that won't make much sense unless you know the plot of the $600 game. Which he's referring to Panzer Dragoon Saga. Yeah, this game does function pretty firmly as a continuation, right? Like, it takes place much after it. And even though it's, like, kind of removed, it's not really removed enough to say you can truly play it standalone and get everything. Yeah, it's so not standalone, I literally don't know what's happening. Wait, did I finish the mission? Did I finish the last mission? Let's just not. Let's just continue. Oh my god, it's got a lot of life. Jesus, he hit me like almost every time. Whoa, okay, he can do like a kick. Gotta watch out for that. Did not watch out for that. Okay, I totally inadvertently got one of his arms. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is a cool attack, though. Oh, I thought I was dodging there. That was Route A? What the fuck was Route B? You probably had to destroy something specific there or something. The first Panzer Dragoon episode, Hunkadunk, is contained in the... It's on Twitch right now. It's the like Blinks the Time Sweeper slash breakdown slash Panzer Dragoon Orta. It's not up on YouTube yet, but it'll go up on YouTube soon. Cool. I'm gonna quit after this cutscene for tonight. And then next time we should be able to finish the whole game. Oh yeah, you bet your ass I'm gonna remember to save. That's what I'm scared of. I think we have 3 missions left? Yeah, okay. Yo, our dragon rank is Master, which I did not expect. Okay, let's head over to Pandora's box. What do I got now? Is she still in the internet? It's my understanding she got out of the internet. Perhaps she did not? It's hard to tell. How do you feel about Dark Souls Remastered in Detroit? Well, those are 2 totally different questions. Dark Souls Remastered? Looks fine. Looks like a fine remaster. I see it's got some little, like, aesthetic issues, but whatever, it's fine. Detroit? Hope it's good. Hope they made their best one yet. Sub-scenarios we're going to check up after we finish the game. Because these appear to be, like, just extra missions. And I don't know what scenarios is versus mission 1. You know what I mean? Like, are these not individual scenarios? What is this one? This one has Episodion 1. Wow, okay. Scenarios is even more. We got a lot of other shit to cover after we finish the main story. Flight records is records. And then this, I think, is the original Panzer Dragoon that you unlock after you finish the game. Which we will check out, but we will not finish. No way, no how, that's all happening. Am I getting either of them? I'm not really frothing for Dark Souls Remastered, so I'll see about that one. Detroit I'm gonna get when it comes out, but I'm just gonna play that myself for funsies. There's no way I'm doing a playthrough of Detroit. You couldn't pay me enough money to do a playthrough of Detroit. It's just not worth it for me. It's just not worth it. I'm gonna have a good time playing it, just like I had a good time playing Heavy Rain, but I don't want to do it under the specter of the best friends playthrough of Detroit. You know what I mean? Like, the chat is just gonna be that. You know, even the God of War playthrough, like, the chat in the God of War playthrough is just constantly like, time stop, gotta get the time stop, gotta get the time stop, and it's like, I get it. I'm not the only one playing this game, but doing it under the specter of Detroit, a Sadness Chronicles game, like, that sounds like a nightmare for me, so. But genuinely on Detroit, I do hope they nail it, because the demo scene that they've put out is really enjoyable, and I would love for them to finally make a game that we can all be like, you know what, they did it. I don't know if this will be the one, but hey. But hey, what are you gonna do? They're cool games, though. I'm always gonna play their games when they come out. They have a unique feel that no other games really have. You know, just that there's a uniqueness to the cinematic approach they take for their games that you don't really get in other titles. That kinds of like hands-onness where you're just investigating shit and looking around and talking to people and stuff. You don't get that. Like even you look at Telltale, which is probably the most comparable stuff. Telltale's games don't play anything like Quantic Dream's games. It really has its own kind of feel. That's only theirs, and I do enjoy seeing that. I still have to finish Beyond Two Souls. I've never done the Beyond Two Souls. It was free on PS Plus this month, but I've actually already bought it when it came out on PS4. So hey, what about Until Dawn? Yeah, you know what? Fair. Until Dawn, I think is the one that feels like their games. I'll totally give you that. Until Dawn does have its own like, I mean, Until Dawn's the horror take on it, whereas these are like the PI detective kind of take on it. Well, actually, I don't know what the fuck Beyond is. There's like Indian ghosts or something. I have no idea. So, but yeah, no, I also really like robot fiction, as you mentioned, Pariah. So I'm excited to see how Detroit succeeds and fails, because there's gonna be some fails in there. So we'll see. We will certainly see. But I liked Heavy Rain a lot. I was in the right place in my life. Some of the individual scenes hit me really hard. The stuff mostly doing with like Sean and his father, post breakup, post Jason death, and some of the action scenes in Heavy Rain are really fun. Even if like you step back and you look at the story and you're like, hey, this is kind of nonsense. Some of the scenes like the bear and stuff are still really enjoyable, and they were really thrilling, especially the first time through. So, yeah. That's kind of my theory with Quantic Dream is like the individual scenes are usually all right and they're usually cool on their own, but then when you step back and you look at the overarching plot, you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't quite work. So yeah, I don't know. They're yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I still genuinely like Heavy Rain. So Beyond though, I hear Beyond's nowhere near as competent as Heavy Rain. So we'll see how that is one day. I don't think I'll get to play that before Detroit, because Detroit's out like in 2 weeks or something. So, but I am keen to play it, especially after the demo came out. I've had a pre-order on it for like 2 or 3 years since it got announced one E3. And my pre-order's for like $45. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'll try to play it at a show, and unless it's a total disaster, like, yeah, I'm gonna pull the trigger on like almost a half price pre-order. So, whatever, I'll take it for that. I'd be crazy to not. I mean, fuck, I could get it on day one and not like it and flip it to someone for that price. Easy. So, hey, who's excited for E3 discounts on pre-orders? Like, number one reason to get excited for E3, a bunch of games coming out 3 years from now, I'm gonna get for half price. Yeah, I'm super excited for Code Vein Commando Joe. Looks really good. I really enjoyed it at PAX East, actually. It was really fun. Really well put together game, so. What, really? You can't fail some of Ethan's trials in Heavy Rain? I actually didn't know that. I actually never knew. Neatly, specifically, he says, Ethan's trials are intense until you find out you can't fail several of them. Maybe this was mentioned when we did our playthrough with Wooly back in the day, but I don't remember it. And yeah, they do build up an incredible sense of tension. I remember them being incredibly tense. That's kind of neat, though. You know, there's a line David Cage said that I think is much maligned, and it's, God, I don't want to misquote him on this, because it's like 50% stupid, but 50% I super agree with it. It's the game overs are a failure of a game designer, or whatever it is. There's an interesting point to be made in that line, which is like, yeah, if a game is like perfectly designed and perfectly tuned, and a player's playing on the difficulty appropriate for them, ideally they should the players should pretty consistently be on the cusp and just overcoming the obstacles, right? I think that that's an interesting observation that like if it's really well designed and it's really perfectly done, the player should always feel the tension, but not the failure. Not to say failure isn't acceptable. I don't agree with. Well, he never said like never put game overs in your game. Although I guess the quote implies that you're a failure if you do. So I think that half of it's stupid. But I thought the other half of it was really interesting. Was that flip side, which is like if you design your game really ace, then players should always be kind of on the cusp and always kind of just be going along by the skin of their teeth at worst. I think that's really neat. I don't 100% agree with it again, but there's a neat observation in there for sure. Yeah. I wouldn't want games to just absolutely not have game overs in general. I think some games make it work. I think Prince of Persia 2008 made it work, having no game overs. That was kind of its thing, so it was kind of cool in that regard. But you know, yeah. Pariah says not necessarily you can't make a game that perfectly curves to all players. I'm aware. I'm super aware you can't. Like it's not going to work for all players, of course. But like, if a player's playing on the appropriate difficulty and the game is designed ideally, they'll always be maybe they'll always be kind of on the edge. It's not perfect or anything, but it's an interesting observation. Again, I'm not saying it's a hard rule, but they're like, I think people are too quick to dismiss it because I think there is some value in the observation. Although again, like I play then you play stuff like Resident Evil 4. Where you're like, yeah, the difficulty is really a big part of it, and you're gonna die. You're gonna die a lot. Bloodborne, Dark Souls, you're gonna die a lot. Granted, there's an argument to be made that dying in Bloodborne or Dark Souls or whatever is not a game over. That's just a continuation of gameplay. That's a part of the cycle. That's a part of the loop. Like I think that's the strength of the Souls games is that they turned game over into not game over, but into the gameplay loop itself. So maybe that example is not good, but you do die a bunch, so. But I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I agree. I don't have a problem with failing in video games either. I mean, like, not at all. I mean, fuck, I just died in Panzer Dragoon how many millions of times just there, right? Like, I died how many times in the Birth by Sleep stream last time? Like, a billion zillion times, right? So I have no problem with game overing, but it's kind of an interesting concept. Yeah. I would love to hear him elaborate on it further than that. Cause that could, just like Heavy Rain, just like Beyond Two Souls, that those thoughts could easily swerve immediately into stupid if he said something like, yeah, any game that has a game over state is trash. Then I would just go, yep, well, just fucking throw that quote in the garbage then. There is nothing there. There is nothing there. But I'd be interested to hear the whole thing if there was more thought behind it. I don't know. Maybe there isn't. So. And yeah, he said a bunch of stupid stuff too. Otherwise, like, oh yeah, So hey, God, I wish he was better. I just wish he was better, right? Like, Quantic Dream are so talented. Like I was playing the fucking Detroit demo on my PS4 Pro on my 4K television, looking at this game running with graphics like this on my 4K television, with all these fancy fucking visual effects and all this high quality motion capture, all this crazy shit. And I'm like, man, these guys are so talented, you can't even believe. And you just gotta have David Cage at the top, who is just not able. He is just not able to land it. Just not able to land it. Did I save the fish? Yeah, I saved the fish. So I don't know. I just hope Detroit lands it a bit better. If Detroit landed even just a little bit better than Heavy Rain, that'd be awesome. But I don't know. I don't know. So thank you for sitting through the David Cage Talk Power Hour. Shoutouts tonight to Requiem N7 for his subscription. That's it. That's all for tonight. Just Requiem N7 subscribing. So you Requiem N7, you to MVP tonight. You to 100% MVP. Nobody else did nothing. Thank you all for tuning in, though. I do appreciate it. Yeah, it looks like we'll be done the main story for Panzer Dragoon Orta probably next sit down, and then oh, thanks Skyhaze for the one bit, just there. Good shit. Next time we should be able to finish the main story, but it seems like there's a lot of extra stuff I'd like to check out, so we'll see what that is. But by the end of it, we probably will have played like twice the length of the main story, so yeah. What if you told me you were David Cage? Yeah. You know, I gotta say, at this point in time, like, David Cage must have gotten wind of, like, the Best Friends LPs of his titles. I wonder if he really dislikes them. That would be the natural way to feel, I think. But, I don't know. He must know by now. Quick question. A few months ago, there were plans for the Fault Part 2 LP with Wooly. What happened with that? Actually, I got really unlucky with that. Me and Wooly used a new stream setup that we had never used before. We didn't test it. Straight up, we didn't test it. We thought it was okay. We had the audio piping through properly for our ear holes. We could hear it was recording, it was spitting out videos, but we didn't actually check the video that it spat out. And unfortunately, the video it spat out was 7 hours of gameplay with no game sound. No game audio at all. And we both felt awful. Wooly just the other night was apologizing again about it, and I was like, no, dude, it's fine. We both fucked up. Like, don't feel bad. So, unfortunately, the playthrough is pretty strictly canceled. That being said, the game is really good. It's a big step up from the first Fall. So I do heartily recommend it. And Arid, the main character, is a fucking awesome Ice Queen bitch. She's amazing. She is so strong. Nothing will stop her from her goals. She is great. She's like if Samus, like, in a good Metroid game, spoke and was a bigger hard ass than you expect. She's so fucking tough. Arid's great. I love her. I love her so much. But we are starting a new LP on the 19th this month. We're going to record the first session, which is going to be a good time. We've been waiting to do this one for a little bit, so that's going to be going up on Wooly's channel, the one we're doing on the 19th. And I know in the future we're going to do Freedom Planet 2 when that comes out. So that'll be what that is. I'm not going to tell you what the LP is, because Wooly actually paid for an opening, like an intro for it. And yeah, you'll see when it comes out. It's fun, though. It'll be a good time. Oh yeah, someone asked about A Way Out. What happened with A Way Out? I got it. I finally got it in the end. Unfortunately, as I'm sure you can see, the schedule is just blasted right now. So I want to finish. I want to finish God of War, Birth by Sleep, Breakdown, and Panzer Dragoon Orta right now. Oh, I need to finish those before the end of May, because card game month is coming, man. And if we're not done those by card game month, then we're straight fucked. So A Way Out is still sitting there. It's still untouched. And I'd still like to ideally play through it on the channel. But it's just sitting there right now, so hopefully soon. I don't think we'll get to do it in May. I don't maybe we will. It's not a super long game, but it's probably a lot longer if you play through it solo with both controllers. But we'll see. See how that goes. I do want to do it. I am like legit excited to play that game. I bought it the day it came. Well, I paid for it the day it came out. Copy didn't fucking arrive for a year, but I do want to play it. So, am I telling you card game month ended? Shh, kind of ended. They will both end simultaneously this year. Yeah, I hope they uncancel Phantom Dust 2 for card game month. It was never Phantom Dust 2, but whatever. I'd take it. Does Dungeon Dice Monsters count as card games? That one's a tough one. I don't think so. I think it's more of a strategy game. But I need to look into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses, because I played it once when I was a kid, and I don't remember how much card game there was. But I'd like to check that one out. That game's a little expensive, though, so... Whatever, I'll just have to stomach it and buy it. I saw that Monster Slayers is coming out on PS4 this month. So we're going to do Monster Slayers for sure. That game looks real good. That was one that almost got played last year. Because a bunch of people were asking for it, but do it this year. Yeah. Raise my fist like I'm doing a breakdown game logo. Oh yeah, I don't know if any of you guys were here the other day, but last time we were streaming Panzer Dragoon Orta. So here's breakdown, by the way, with its little this game icon, right? It's not going to work because the disc's not in. It used to show this fist on the dashboard, like this breakdown art, and then the power surge happened and the Xbox turned off. And when we booted the Xbox back up, breakdown had changed art to this, which I assume this is like the Japanese or the European box art or some such, because it sure as fuck ain't the Western one. So, or Western one, North American one. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's breakdown magic. I'm off for tonight. I'll see some of you guys later. I think tomorrow I'm streaming God of War. Yeah, tomorrow God of War is on at noon, which is just a hair over 12 hours from now. Less than 14 hours from now, I'm going to be back on with God of War. The wheel never stops turning, right? And hopefully we'll be able to finish Birth by Sleep. Maybe this weekend, even. Maybe on Sunday? I don't know. Only 2 bosses left, so I think it'll go pretty smooth. But, hey. When am I playing Monopoly on stream? Fucking never. We'll do a Destiny 2 puzzle before that. At some point. Yeah. Oh, no worries, Neatleet. It is nobody's job to watch my stream. That's why I archive it all. Because I know people can't catch the stream. So, you know, I put it all up on YouTube. I make the effort to get it all out there so people can watch it at their own pace. I think watching streams is incredibly inconvenient. There's an appeal, but like every now and then I'll be like, oh, this person's streaming who I like, and I'll be like, oh, but I have other stuff to do. I'll watch the VOD later, you know. So I totally get it, man. I totally feel you. Anyway, good night, guys. Take care of yourselves. Sleep tight. Have a good one. Bye-bye.